Hi, it's Alyssa. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I just want to thank you guys firsthand so much for all of the views that I have gotten on my last video. I think it has like 30k views now or something like that, where I reacted to your guinea pig enclosures. And I will be doing another video. I keep getting people asking me over and over again when I'm doing the next video. And I do want to space out my reaction videos just because I have over 100 people who have sent me emails now. So keep in mind, I do have to go through a lot of stuff to be able to do those videos. So today I'm going ahead and doing my guinea pig buying guide because a lot of you guys asked me to do it after doing my guinea pig care guide. So this is kind of similar to the care guide, except this is just a guide to tell you what you need to buy before owning guinea pigs. I made a little Google Doc and I will have the link for it down below. It has little check boxes so you can check off after you buy something. And this kind of has just some basic necessities that you need before purchasing guinea pigs. And then there's also some optional stuff on there as well if you want to go above and beyond before getting your guinea pigs. So I tried to think of everything. It took me like all day to make it. And I'm sorry if the lighting starts going in and out. I'm in a room where the sun kind of like gets blocked and yeah, so the lighting is gonna get bad every once in a while, but I tried to think of everything, but there could be some things that I'm missing. I know I definitely have all of like the necessities, but this is not a guide to like go in detail of everything that you need measurement wise. My care guide has everything specific. So if you're here to get like everything, this is just me telling you what you should buy before getting your guinea pig. Like I said, down below, I'll have a link for this little buying guide. You can print it out, and as you get stuff, you can check it off to make sure that you have everything that you need. I thought that would be kind of fun because I am personally someone who likes to have a checklist before I do anything. So if you're new to my channel, my name's Alyssa. I have two guinea pigs back here. Their names are Mocha and Latte. They are two males and they're about 8 months old, I guess. Right now I've had them since they were 3 weeks or 3 or 4 weeks old. So I've had them for a while now and I've learned a lot since taking care of them. And I am no means an expert. I was a vet tech for about 3 years, so I did learn a lot about guinea pigs in that time period, but I am not a doctor or vet or anything like that. This is just me giving some recommendations on what you can buy. To go ahead and get started, the first thing that you need, and if I look down, it's because I'm looking at the guide, is that you're going to need a cage. So that's just the biggest. Obviously, you're going to need something to keep your guinea pigs in. I'm just gonna say from the beginning, you need 2 guinea pigs. I will always say this. If you're getting guinea pigs, you need 2. Never get 1. Unless it's specifically stated from the breeder or from the person you're buying from that you have to keep them alone due to aggression. You need 2. I'm just gonna keep saying pigs because you need to. Most popular cages I see when it comes to guinea pigs are CNC cages like I have right here. CNC means like cage and coroplast or cube and coroplast or something like that, which basically means you're using these little grid cubes and some coroplast, which is this white bit right here. And so many people ask me where I bought this. I didn't like buy it all made together like this. I built it. So basically I just bought these storage cubes from Amazon, and then I bought the coroplast down here from Home Depot, and I just bought the big sheet of coroplast, and then I came home and I cut it to the size of my cage. If you feel like that is too much work, there is a website called guineapigcagestore.com, which has everything pre-made and they ship it to you and you just put it together. So if you're interested in something that's a little bit easier, I'll have the link for that website down below, and you can get coroplast in a bunch of different colors and it's really fun. And the Midwest enclosures are also really popular. I personally don't recommend them for 2 guinea pigs unless you're attaching 2 together, just because I feel like they need more space than a 2x4. But a guinea pig Midwest enclosure is perfectly fine if that's something that you're starting off with. I always just recommend always bigger is better. So that's just me. I have a lot of people like kind of getting mad at me for saying that Midwest are not fine for guinea pigs, and they definitely are, but I'm always gonna recommend more. You always want more for your guinea pigs. So no glass enclosures and no store-bought pet store enclosures. First of all, glass enclosures, they trap in ammonia and they can kill your guinea pig because they pee and poop a lot, and you don't want to get all the ammonia trapped in the glass. You need something that has tons of ventilation like this does. So you need something that has pretty much open space like this. So that's why I just recommend CNC, Midwest, or something that you build with like wood or something like that. And I will have links on this buying guide just in case you want to click any of the links and it'll take you to different things. So the next is you're going to need food bowls. So if you have males, I recommend at least 1 bowl per pig. I recommend it with females as well, but males get very territorial over their things. So I always recommend getting 1 bowl per pig. I personally use these ceramic bowls right here. I got these from PetSmart. They were like $2 or $3. $2. You can also get ceramic bowls at the dollar store. I've seen them before. I really wish I would have gotten mine at the dollar store. I would have saved a couple bucks, but yeah, I just keep their pellets in here. I have two, one for each pig. I recommend a heavy ceramic bowl like this because guinea pigs really like to take their bowls in their food and they like to throw it around everywhere, and my pigs can't throw this around because it's pretty heavy. Next, you're going to need a water bottle. You can do a water bowl, but every single time I've tried to do a water bowl, it gets dirty in like 5 minutes, so I've just completely given up on that. If you can have a water bowl, good for you. Doesn't work for me. So I have two of these water bottles right here. They're actually supposed to be for like roosters and chickens and stuff like that, but I've noticed that it does not leak at all. I'll have a link in the buying guide for the ones that I use because I get asked all the time. And I really like these because you can refill them from the top instead of having to take the whole bottle off and refilling it. I have two of them since I own two males. If you have one big one, it should be fine, but since I have two males, I just don't want to take the chance of them fighting. Next, you're going to need a container to hold your hay. So hay racks are fine, but most of them I've seen the spacing on the racks are not big enough and it could be a safety hazard. So I always recommend just getting some type of cat litter box or some type of box to put your hay in. That works great for me. Some people say that the hay stays like really dirty that way, and I refill the hay twice a day and they're never really eating the dirty hay, and most of the time they actually throw the clean hay out and they'll eat outside of it. So I just like to give them an abundance of hay inside of a litter box because as they're eating, they're also going to the bathroom, so they kind of keep a lot of their pee and poop in that box, and I've noticed it helps a lot with cleaning. There are also hay bags, and I think I may get one for myself because I think they're really nice. They're basically these little clip-on bags that clip to the side of your enclosure, and you can fill it with hay and they can pull the hay out of the little holes of the bags, and that feels a lot safer to me than a hay rack. So if you want something that kind of stays off the ground, a hay bag is also a really good idea. Next, you're going to need some type of substrate for the bottom of the enclosure. There are tons of different types of substrate out there, so you just need to research what would be best for you. I personally use Guinea Dad fleece liners. I like fleece myself because I've never had any problems with smell. It's really easy to clean and I just wash it once a week and I don't have to spend a bunch of money on loose substrate. So that's personally what I love. I know a lot of people really hate fleece, so it really just depends on your personal preference. So just do some research on what would be best for you, but you're going to need something to keep their little feet safe and to keep everything clean so they don't get sick. Next, you're going to need food. So food pellets are definitely something that you're going to need. I have a bunch of information on that on my care guide to go in detail on food and everything like that. This is the food I use. This is the Oxbow adult guinea pig food, and this is with Timothy hay. So if you are getting pigs that are under 6 months old, you need to get the pellets for young guinea pigs. I've never tried any other brand of food, so I don't know what else is good. This is just the brand that everybody seems to really like and use, so I use this as well. And when they're adults, you get the one that's for 6 months and older. So depending on how old your guinea pig is, you need to get them the pellets for their age because the alfalfa has a little bit more nutrients for them to grow. Then of course, either the day before or the day that you're getting your pigs, you're gonna need to go to the store and get a bunch of fruit and vegetables. I always recommend waiting till the day before or the day to get all the fruits and veggies because unfortunately fruits and veggies don't last very long. Definitely go to the store, pick up a bunch of stuff for them that they can try out. Some definitely vegetables, a little bit of fruit because they don't need fruits every day, they're very sugary, but definitely just look up list of the types of foods that you can feed guinea pigs every single day and get those essentials for them because guinea pigs need vegetables and fruits. They need them to survive. It'll definitely be great for their life to have fruits and veggies. My guinea pigs are obsessed with their fruits and veggies. They go crazy every time I walk in the room with them. And then of course you can get different types of treats. Of course that is optional. You don't need it at the very beginning, but if you want a guinea pig to bond with you really well, treats are a really nice thing. Obviously don't give them too many, but I have very many different types of treats. I have pea flakes. My guinea pigs actually don't really like pea flakes that much, but this is very popular with guinea pigs, so maybe try some pea flakes. I also have these baked apple and banana treats. I did read that the ingredients changed on these, so look up these before you buy them. I bought these before the ingredients changed. And then I also got some little herbs and stuff like that. There's a lot of herbs that you can give to guinea pigs and they really love them. So I have some raspberry leaf and dandelion, and they really like those as well. I just give those every once in a while. And say you accidentally run out of bell pepper or something to give your guinea pig vitamin C, I recommend having these vitamin C treats just on hand just in case you run out of bell pepper for a day or two. So these are just vitamin C Oxbow tablets. You just give one of them to help with their vitamin C intake. They also have a whole brand of different types of treats like this for like health. They have one for like digestive health, urinary health, and stuff like that. So definitely check out a bunch of these different types of treats because these are really good to give them nutrients that they need. Then of course they're going to need hay. There is no option to this. Guinea pigs always need to have hay. I go into more detail on that on my care guide, but hay is essential, like 100% essential. So if they are under 6 months old, I recommend using alfalfa hay and Timothy hay and mixing them together. That's what I did. You don't have to, but that's just what I recommend to give them all the nutrients that they need. And if they're over 6 months, then you can use Timothy hay or orchard grass hay. I personally mix this orchard grass hay right here. I mix it with Timothy hay, which is in this big bin back here that I have. So I mix those two together now that my guinea pigs are over 6 months old. But if you just want to do one type of hay, Timothy hay is a really great hay to use. You can get hay at a bunch of different places. I personally just buy the Oxbow brand from PetSmart. You can get a cheaper alternative from like a Tractor Supply or like a supply company like that, but I've heard of guinea pigs getting like parasites and stuff like that from that type of hay since it's from like farms. So I don't personally buy it myself just because I don't really want to. And one bag of hay lasts about a month between my two guinea pigs, so I don't really spend too much money on hay. Next, you're going to need some type of pet carrier or like cat carrier or something for when you go pick them up, when you need to go on vet visits, when you need to go on car rides, stuff like that. You need to make sure that they are safe and not free roaming in your car. So I got this from Amazon. It's been sold out for a while. I believe the only color that's in stock is like yellow or something, but I have the link in my care guide. But I really love this carrier. I've used it for a lot of my different types of animals actually. It has a bunch of compartments up here and you can open it and watch them from the inside right here. And yeah, it has a really nice padding on the inside. There's little holes for ventilation. This is a really great carrier. I got it to go pick up my guinea pigs, my rat, bearded dragon, all of that. I use that container. But if you want to get something cheap, you can literally just get a cat carrier for $5 to $10 at PetSmart, and that would work completely fine as well. Just make sure that the door is small enough where they can't go through the door. Next, for their enclosure, you're going to need some type of beds, cuddle sacks, anything like that to keep them warm and comfortable while they're sleeping. So I have so many different types of beds. Like this one's really dirty because I currently have it in the cage right now, but I got this one at PetSmart. They really like using this. I got this little donut one. I think I got this at Petco. So you just need little beds that they can go in and go to sleep because guinea pigs, I promise, love little fluffy things like this to go to sleep in. It's so adorable seeing their little feet like sticking out while they're sleeping. I recommend having one bed per pig. There are a lot of pigs like mine that like to cuddle and sleep beside each other, but there are some males and females that like to have their own bed and they'll fight everybody for that one bed. So I recommend getting a bed per pig. Next, you can get some toys for them. So my guinea pigs love these little like cat toys with the bells inside of them. As you can see, Latte over here came running. I get the like plastic ones. Don't get the ones that are made out of like paper or something like that because guinea pigs will think that they can like eat it. They really like to roll these around and play with them. And these are just little cat toys. I also have the little hanging toys made out of wood right here. I have a bunch of different types of toys in there just to keep them busy. They push the toys around at each other and they push them back and forth. It's really cute. Just make sure that the toys that you're getting are actually safe for guinea pigs because there are a lot in pet stores that say they're for guinea pigs, but they really aren't and they're not safe. There are a lot of great sellers on Etsy who make homemade guinea pig toys out of really great material. So just do some research. I personally have a couple from the Bee Bunny shop on Etsy and I have their link in the buying guide if you guys are interested. So this is not necessarily something you need right at the beginning, but you may actually. So you're going to need some type of like grooming items for them, especially if you have long-haired pigs. So you're going to need nail clippers, of course. I use cat nail clippers. I don't know where they're at. I think they're in the other room, but they're basically just little clippers that you use to cut their nails if you want to do their nails yourself. I know a lot of people are too scared and they just go to the vet, which is completely fine. You're going to need some type of bathing shampoo for them because I haven't personally cleaned my guinea pigs yet because they haven't really smelled, but if they get some type of diarrhea or sickness or something like that and they need a bath, you need to make sure that you have some type of shampoo on deck, and then some type of grooming brush. A lot of guinea pigs don't even really like being brushed, but just in case they have some type of mats or anything, and if you have a really long-haired guinea pig, you're gonna need to brush their hair like every day. Next, you're gonna need some type of like house or hut that they can hide under. Guinea pigs are prey animals, so they always feel like they are getting attacked even if they know exactly who you are. So I recommend getting little cardboard boxes or huts or something. As you can see, they chewed the crap out of this, and I haven't been giving them any boxes that have come in the mail lately because a lot of companies are spraying them with cleaners for COVID. So I don't recommend using boxes right now until COVID is over, which is who knows when. So yeah, I just use these little hidey hut that Guinea Dad gives, but as you can see, they've absolutely destroyed it. They hide underneath these. And then there's also beds that you can buy that they can go inside of, and it's covered and closed like a little cave. Just make sure that there is something that they can hide under and feel safe, like little fleece canopies like I have over here and stuff like that. So this isn't something that you really need right off the bat. It may be, but I put it on the list just in case. Basically, make yourself a little first aid kit for your guinea pigs. I still need to actually make this for myself. It's always really smart to have an emergency kit for any animal that you have. I recently just made an emergency kit for my bearded dragon because I did have some type of emergency where I lost my power. So now I have like a generator and everything just in case my power ever goes out again. But it's always smart to have stuff on hand just in case anything ever happens. You can always look up a video. There's tons of videos on emergency kits you can make. So I typed some examples. Critical care is a really good thing for guinea pigs who are very lethargic. You can literally just buy it at the store or online. It's called Critical Care. You basically give it to them with like syringes. So you're gonna need critical care, syringes, tweezers, Q-tips, saline solution, just in case maybe they get a cut in their eye from hay or something, shampoo, gloves, styptic powder if you accidentally cut their nail too short and it bleeds a little bit. Cornstarch also works great to stop bleeding of the nails. Just little stuff like that. Make a little kit just in case there's ever an emergency. Then of course, next you're going to need some type of cleaning materials. You're going to need a vacuum to clean, or if you don't want to vacuum, you can use a little dustpan and brush. I got this one from the Dollar Tree, and I don't really use it that much other than sweeping up the hay off the coroplast. I use my vacuum for everything. It's charging right now, so I'm not gonna show you, but a little handheld vacuum will be completely fine. Vacuums will scare some guinea pigs, but they will get used to it. My guinea pigs know that when I bring out my vacuum, that means they'll get their dinner right afterwards because I do a deep clean of their enclosure and then I feed them their dinner. My guinea pigs actually popcorn around while I'm vacuuming their enclosure, and they really like the vacuum. They actually run up to it sometimes and like try to play with it. So vacuums don't really scare guinea pigs. So don't be scared that it's gonna be too loud, because I promise over time they will definitely get used to it. And like maybe a little trash can to be around would be really great, especially for using a vacuum, because I have to empty my vacuum like 3 times while I'm cleaning an enclosure. So I have a little cheap trash can by my enclosure. Next, you're gonna need some type of playpen. This is the one that I have. My dogs use it, my rats use it, my guinea pigs use it. I use it for all of my animals. I need to buy another one, but I have a link for this one in my buying guide if you guys are interested. It's really big. My guinea pigs run around in it. I sit in there, have floor time with them, and they really love it. I always recommend having something that they can have floor time in, because floor time is a time where you can bond with them and where they can really just run around and have fun. So I think that is everything. I mean, it's definitely the essentials. I could be not thinking of a bunch of little things, but I think I've pretty much thought of all of the things that are necessary for when you first get your pigs. So I hope this video was informative for you. I hope it let you know some of the things that you need before getting your pigs. There are always, of course, little extras that you can get, like little containers for your hay and like, you know, storage bins, stuff like that, but that's not something that you necessarily need right at the beginning, because keeping your hay in these little bags is completely fine. I just recommend these containers because it keeps it a little bit neater, but other than that, it's not really something that you necessarily need. Binder clips are also really great because you can clip the fleece onto the side of the coroplast, as you can see, and it really helps keep the fleece in place because my guinea pigs like to push it around sometimes. So just little stuff like that. That's kind of stuff that you just learn over time, basically. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. And if you have any hate, don't even bother, because I don't accept any comment that is not positive and nice. I do appreciate everybody coming and viewing my videos lately. I get a lot of views on this channel and I'm very happy about that, to be able to help you guys learn more about different types of animals, especially guinea pigs. I've noticed there's not tons of guinea pig channels out there compared to a bunch of other animals. So I think it's really fun to have some guinea pig content on PetTube. But I I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for my next one. My next video is where I decorate their enclosure for Valentine's Day, so that will be up on Valentine's Day. And then the video after that will be another reacting video. So you sent in your enclosure for me to react to it. You may be in the next one, but like I said, I have over 100 emails now, so you may not be in it. Make sure to check out my other channels down below. I do have like 3 other channels. I'm not even gonna name them anymore because I just have so many. So I have like a Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, all of that stuff is down below if you guys are interested. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.